Report then the Northern Frontier District leaders, that is the NFD leaders, are very clear, saying that they've petitioned the Senate to reject the new formula up until when it's going to be subjected to public participation. Now, speaking about the Senate, it has been 1 year at the helm of the Senate for one Kenneth Lusaka, a former governor and long-serving civil servant. Our political affairs reporter Murimi Mwangi traveled with the Speaker to his Mapera village, a rural home in Bungoma, where he spoke about his experience at the Senate and how his previous work as governor and civil servant has helped his parliamentary work.
You know, Mapera is just like the name suggests, guavas. This was a place with a lot of guavas, and hence it was called Mapera because, you know, they were all over the place. And most of us, as we grew up, used to eat them even, you know, sometimes as lunch. Anytime you went for break, you will eat them. And I guess that's why we remained very fit, because these are just natural fruits. When I come here, there's a lot of nostalgia. There's a lot of nostalgic feelings. I look around and reflect back on, although there are a lot of changes, but I reflect back and see how natural the place was in terms of setting, you know, the trees that you can see, the weather that you can see, the people, the neighbors that we had, and it brings back very good memories. And I show you the first term, 90% of the senators were not agreeing with their governors. There was rivalry, there was a lot of, you know, supremacy wars and all that kind of thing. So you know, there was a lot of, actually the devolution family was at war with itself. The members of the county assembly were bent on impeaching governors, remember. The senators who were summoning, you know, governors to go and, you know, it was seen as oversight. The governors were also around saying, you know, we are, Your Excellencies, here we are big people in the counties. But now, from where I sit, there's a lot of difference. I think it's also a godsend opportunity that I ended up being the Speaker of the Senate, having come from the other side as a governor. Because then I come with a lot of experience from the other side, and also now come to have a conversation with the senators. We have had a lot of things, what we call kamkunjis, in the informal meetings. We have had leadership programs. We have had benchmarking trips. We have interacted with the senators. And, you know, in our discussions, they also ask me, you know, what was happening on the other side. From where I sit, I also now understand why the Senate, for example, acts in a certain manner. For example, when they call a governor to come and, you know, have a conversation on, say, the audited accounts. It's not to be taken in bad light, because it gives one an opportunity to come with these government officials to then explain yourself on areas that are not clear. Because if you don't come, then some of the recommendations, some of the observations made by the Auditor General could pass as truth. But when you come yourself, then you are able to explain yourself, and once the committee is satisfied with your explanation, then the recommendations they make are based on, it's informed, the recommendations will be informed by what you have given them. That's the time I remember Oginga Odinga saying, Moi ni kama umbrella yetu. Moi sasa ni umbrella, hata kama alipitia kwa dirisha kuingia kwa uongozi, ameingia, wacha tusaidie kufanya kazi. And those were now his last days, and, you know, they went together. And I remember the president, Moi, even went to Bondo. And there was a big reception and a warmth of reception. You know, for President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila, the symbolism is that it was now uniting the country. That time, remember, in 1969, the president was stoned in the same, the same place. So there was a lot of, chaos and that kind of thing. President Uhuru Kenyatta goes again to Nyanza to launch a universal health coverage. And this time, with now Raila Odinga being there, and this time it's very warm, the reception is very good. They are now uniting the country.